And it was interesting earlier about talking about the people that kind of a little more creative and people that are rational. And I was like, well, it's kind of the irrational versus the rational people. And one of my things is like my background's super rational. Like physics, math was my study at university. I've been in business and like everything is like super organized and functional. But in the last 5 years, I've been on a journey to access the other side, the other way of being, the irrational. And I like to give a rational argument for irrationality because that's really the bridge for us. And the bridge, this bridge from rational to irrational is actually the way for you to pitch. It's the way for you to get people on board. Because the place where we make decisions from, deep down, it is the irrational. It is the emotive, the emotional. If we were always and only rational, we wouldn't be able to make decisions. It is our emotional system, our kinesthetic nervous system, that empowers us. It's our cognitive biases that empower us to make decisions. Because there's too many things to consider. So we have that for a reason. It's your heart, your feelings, your gut, all that stuff. And so the way to help other people to decide to support your cause is for you to have them feel what you feel. Because you feel it. You know that thing that you're committed to or that you want to do. You know you want to do it. You have all these reasons, but they're extraneous because actually that feeling deep down is the real reason that you're going to do it. That's what drives you, right? And so what you want is to connect people to that. Every quarter I coach 3 leaders of youth charity organizations that pitch at a kind of Dragon's Den for youth charities. It's called Philanthropy. It's a cool little organization. These 3 organizations go and they pitch. And before they do their pitch, I work with each of them. And every single time they come with these great kind of really rational arguments that conceptually outline their organization and what it's done, the history, the data that proves why you should donate to them. And I listen and I say, that's a great pitch, it makes a lot of sense. Can I be really honest with you? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. I just don't care. And that's the reality. Most pitches, you hear them and it's like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. You're going to donate? No, why not? I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Just, I don't know. Or I don't know. But because deep down the knowing comes from that emotional connection to that idea. And you don't have, I could spend all weekend giving you guys strategy and techniques and systems for how to get people to feel that, but you don't need that. Because the truth is, the way that you get them to feel it is to allow yourself to feel it and to connect with inside what makes you feel that and just say that and just speak that into the world. And it's almost always some kind of personal story or some kind of story that you've heard. It's something that will exemplify it for people. Talking about it at a level that it really matters to you. Allowing yourself to not have to rationally explain it, but just connect with that in a rational way. Does anybody come here this weekend for the Hack Humanity Future Cities with an idea?
I moved from Mexico City. It's a big city, and obviously we have our challenges. I've seen things that are happening here that could help, and if shared to other communities there, could also help. And I've seen things that are missing from this side that we have in PPC. So I think that what I'm thinking on in terms of the cities and thinking on a solution is how to maximize or accelerate that any improvement that is happening in each of the cities is that knowledge or that experience is transferred across other places to prevent some of the problems that typical big cities usually have.
Cool.
So it's trying to accelerate that sharing and be able to maximize the knowledge that is being produced in each place. And because people is probably when you are moving, I'm moving, and probably I can bring some thoughts, but it's really slow. The pace is, and the cities are changing. So fast.
Great. Stop right there. This is good. So that makes great sense. Can I be really honest with you? I just don't care. I care on a level of like, that's cool, it's interesting, we can hack away at that, have some fun, and then I would leave and I'd be like, whatever, what else, But I want to care, and I get that this idea has emerged from you, not just because it's interesting, but also because you care. And so I want to rewind back to the beginning, and you talked about seeing the difference between here and in Mexico, and you've seen lots of examples of that. Well, wait a minute, you've seen lots of examples. Tell me about one example that you've seen that you were like, that doesn't need to be that way, or that's frustrating, that's not okay? Give me an example.
Well, I found here is extremely frustrating that you cannot get the food that you really want. If let's say there's a lot of movement on organic food and all this stuff, but I know that there we can get it from tree from my house, and it's not a problem. So, and here I'm struggling to find some really good place that is cheap. I can buy that is healthy and for me, compared to what I have there, is
so. I want to. It's good. I'm only interrupting you to serve you. So let's go deeper into a particular time. Do you remember a time where you wanted to have a meal that you couldn't have, or a food that you couldn't have here because you couldn't access that? Do you like to cook or something, or what?
Yeah.
So tell me about something you wanted to do here, but it was just not easy, like it was at home.
I don't know. There's specific fruits or vegetables that you cannot find here. So yeah, and what implies to get them is like they're expensive or only specific.
Yeah, no, I get the conceptual problem. I want to know about the day when you were thinking, God, I really want this, and you went out and looked for it, and what the heck? I can't find it. Like, was there a date that you had, or was there a craving? Was it a special holiday? Like,
well, yeah, it's just thinking, for example, now in Christmas that I would like to do something for my friends.
Yeah.
Or when I'm having some gathering, I would like to show what I'm able to do, but for me it's difficult.
You'd like to share your culture.
Yeah.
Around the
But
holidays.
it's not just culture. It's because I've seen here people like to take that probably from other cultures and mix that, and they make their own.
Yeah.
So I want to allow people to do it in the way that I remember doing.
So how do you remember doing it?
It was like being in the market and picking and trying and
In Mexico?
Yeah. So it's for me something I probably I just moved 3 years ago. It's probably I need to maybe it's just.
So Omar, can I interrupt you again? What you're doing right now is diminishing the thing that's most powerful. You're saying, oh, probably I just need to like take my time and get used to it and get over that thing that I seem to care about. Well, you're apologizing for it. That's the fucking thing that will make people sign up.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us the truth. What do you care about? No matter how silly or stupid you think it is, what actually matters to you? Do we want to hear more about why, like Omar sharing something with his friends at the holidays? Yeah. Tell me more about that. What do you love to share?
Yeah, like we have special food or hot drinks that we have with different type of fruits. That is part of the Christmas or the activities that we have.
Like what? Name some of it.
Ponche.
Ponche? What's ponche taste like?
Sweet. It's a mix of different types of fruits and it's something that the main purpose is to that you prepare in your house and share for people that is with you.
Yeah.
And feel because it's winter time, so you feel like
Is it warm when you drink?
Warm when you drink, and I haven't seen that here for a specific Day of the Mother. There's a special.
It's a Mexican holiday.
Yeah.
Day of the Mother. How do you say it in Spanish?
Dia de las Madres. Or specific candies and that we share when someone is nice with you and you want to compliment. You prepare something and it's really when someone gives you that you feel like important for that person because it's doing something for you and it's probably more about the tradition itself. But
don't qualify. I don't care about that. It's because it's important to you. And what I get is that you've traveled all the way across the world and you're here and you've made friends and you want to share what is you and your whole background and what's important to you with the people here that you've met. And you find it really difficult to do that.
But I found many people that from other backgrounds that is having similar situation.
similar situations. You're not the only one. You've met others.
Yeah, that they are asking
Maybe from
the
other
same
countries.
questions, Yeah.
And that's
I'm talking about their own. So but that's more specific to the challenges they are having in living in another
Sure.
place.
Sure. So let me just ask you guys, does it feel any more important to any of you now that we've heard Omar's real story about why he wants to do this?
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
So thank you so much for sharing that. In summary, like, people when they try to do a pitch, they try to go a mile wide, right? But it's only an inch deep. And the way, what I'm doing with you is, I'm not saying don't talk about that stuff, like do, but go a mile deep and an inch wide. Go 1 inch wide and a mile deep. I want to go deeper and deeper. I want to find out, what's your reason? What's your story? Oh, well, there's some examples. Well, give me one, right? And then he gave an example. I was like, cool, tell me more. You know, all these different types of food. Which type of food? Oh, this thing, what's it called? What's it taste like? How do you say it in Spanish? For what day? You know, like, I want to know everything. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want to feel it. I want to taste it. And then it matters to me too. The more you share what's true for you and stop pushing it down and belittling it and saying, oh, it's probably just that. Fuck that. Just say it how it is. And people will be like, shit, yeah, it is important. Because we get it on a human level. This is hacking humanity. And so hack down to the humanity of the thing that you're interested in doing, and people will feel you, and they will connect with you in an irrational way, which is actually what we all are. We're all irrational beings deep down. So live it, and pitch it. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.